Hi there. People I coach ask me, how do I accurately predict the questions that they'll get asked at interview? Because this is what I do. I'm going to show you how I do it so that you can do it and accurately predict the questions that you're going to get in your next interview. We do this by looking at the job description itself. It gives us huge amounts of clues. What I'm going to do today is review two job descriptions. I'm going to show you a bad one and a slightly better one. And we'll try and work with a slightly better one. But this is the first one I want to show you. Look, they're both for IT project managers. And you can see here, this one here is job description, responsible for integration and implementation of a government system project. Great. Okay, thanks. Our client is an IT MNC company, work closely with the government, responsibilities, yada, yada, yada. They can't tell you who the client is, obviously, because they don't want you to go direct. I was an agency recruiter for many years. I know this. I wouldn't do it either. Description. Discuss potential projects. Planning out blueprints. Defining scope. This is just project management stuff. Participating. Supervising. Serving as a liaison. Milestones reached. Liaise with stakeholders and project. This is an IT manager. This is just roles and responsibilities. Profile, 4 years IT project management, enterprise messaging system. This is rubbish. This is a job description that's been posted by probably a very junior recruiter that is unable to ask the customer, or maybe frightened to ask the customer the questions that they should be asking to find out more about the person they want to hire. There are thousands of project managers out there. How does this person find the right person without finding out what competencies this person should have? What behaviors are they looking for? What strengths are they looking for? What unique skills could that person bring to that organization, to that team as well? This person hasn't done any homework, and hence it's very difficult for us to do any work here whatsoever. So let's have a look at a slightly better job description. This one here, again, another project management job description. It's not fabulous, but it's okay. The first line is, look at this. Manage and coach project management professionals. So as the hiring manager, I'm going to be asking this person questions that ascertain their management and leadership experience. Tell me what your management style is like. Tell me how other people experience your management style. Coaching project management professionals. Okay, tell me about your coaching experience. Tell me about a time that you've had to coach someone through a problem or challenge that they had. Okay, provide end-to-end project management cycle. Okay, so question here was, tell me about your experience delivering through the entire project management cycle. Okay, this next one is just project management stuff 101. Able to identify potential risks and to resolve conflicts. So tell me about your approach to risk management and risk mitigation. Proactively to resolve conflicts. We actually don't know what that means. That could be, is it a conflict in the team? Is it a conflict between two systems that can't talk to each other? We don't know, so we'd have to ask the recruiter this. Again, we got leadership here, which seems to be very important. So tell me about leadership style. Tell me about a time you've had to lead a team through a challenge or through a changing environment. Tell me about a time you've had to resolve conflict in your team. Manage user satisfaction. So tell me about a time that you've implemented something that gave user satisfaction. Let's have a look at the next one on requirements. Here we are. Look at this. This is a little bit more interesting. Strong conceptual and logical thinking. So tell me about a time you had to think logically about a situation, and tell me about how you worked through it. Great design sense. Tell me about something you've designed. Be capable to simplify complicated problems. So tell me about a time you had to communicate a complicated problem to someone who didn't have the knowledge that you had. How did you go about simplifying it? Proficiency with tools, detail oriented. Okay, tell me about a time that you had to be detail oriented. We got here experience in project management and team management, Again, we've asked the questions on management and leadership. This is coming up a few times, so expect questions on this. And the last one here is familiar with Scrum is a plus. So if you don't have Scrum experience, it's okay. But you should be going on to Google and finding out what is Scrum, what does it consist of, what are the elements of it, how is it used, so that at least you can talk slightly knowledgeably about it. You got here, look, good leadership again, it's showing its head here, so expect some questions around that. Customer service with, look at this, high level of problem solving ability. Give us an example of when you had to solve a problem and how you went about doing it. So I hope this shows you that the job description itself holds lots of clues as to the interview questions you're going to get. In large organizations, the interview questions that you get derive from the job description itself. Now, I've been a head of recruitment, an internal recruiter, and an agency recruiter as well. If you're not getting the level of information that you need before an interview, such as competencies, what are they looking for, what values are they looking for, what behaviors are they looking for, then speak to your recruiter. And if they don't know, it means either two things. Number one, they're not influential. They're not able to have this conversation because they don't feel comfortable having that conversation with the hiring manager. Or number two, they might be getting the job description from maybe HR who aren't able to give them that information, which means that they're only working with a small amount of information. But it means that they're not influential enough to get in front of the hiring manager themselves. So either way, you want to get that information from them. So ask your recruiter questions, get them working for you. Hope this helps. See you next time.